Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Harris. Oh, good hurdle. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Now Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game, get rid of blockers, and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
They come out here in the eye. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They run with Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. First half in the... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shane Ray coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. He's going to go up top for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, 82 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games, is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
He's got time in the pocket. Looking for Sanders. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They run. Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. To throw on second is Simeon. He goes underneath for Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Simeon. Stays on his feet. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Simeon. He's got his man here. It's Green. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On the ground, 4th set. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. And tough starting field position here. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come out here in the I. This is Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And quickly they get to the line. Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On the carry, it's Davis. Shreds the tackle, and an alley to run. And the cutback to the sideline. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Davis, 68 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play.
This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He's back to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Try it here. He's back to throw. The open man is Smith. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside.
And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Bruce Ellington in the final minute. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out proves somewhat fruitful as he is able to get it across the 25 by a little bit. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hang on now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing it. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
And they insert their dime package. 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.